State Police has welcomed its largest cadet class since 2014 to their academy in Frankfort this weekend.
WKYT's Kelsey Soto talked to the state's law enforcement agency about their efforts to increase pay and benefits to help build back their force.
That's right. These new recruits include 103 cadets, 94 men and women who are beginning their career in law enforcement, as well as 9 officers from some other agencies who are participating in this accelerated program.
It's been a difficult few years for hiring peacekeepers nationwide. They've battled campaigns of distrust and threats of slashing budgets. In April, the Kentucky legislature passed measures to make investments in law enforcement. KSP says the $15,000 raise certainly helped their recruitment efforts with a near record class.
It's actually inspiring for me as a trooper to see the next generation of troopers begin their training.
Up next for the Boots, 24 weeks of basic training with more than 1,000 hours of classroom and field study.
Hopefully we have 100 cadets graduate at the end of the academy. Not likely will be the case, but as many as can successfully complete the 24-week training, that's what we hope for.
This will be the first cadet class who will be trained on the new body-worn cameras and dash cams announced last month.
It's history for the Kentucky State Police. It's a historical, it's a monumental step in the agency's history.
Sergeant Matt Suddes says they've been working towards adding more diversity and inclusion. This group is comprised of 98 males and 5 females, ranging in age from 20 to 48. 3 recruits are African American, 1 Asian, 1 American Indian or Alaskan Native, 1 Hispanic or Latino, 5 have at least 2 or more races, and 96 are Caucasian.
There's always room for improvement. I don't necessarily care where you're at, what you're doing. There's always room for improvement, and that's what we're working towards. And we're excited about the future and where we're going.
53 counties are included in this group. There are also some other states being represented in this recruiting class. There are cadets representing Arizona, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio. Still ahead tonight on your news at 6. We're looking at some of the salaries of the state's largest law enforcement agencies to see how KSP really stacks up.
All right, Kelsey, we'll see you then. Thank you. KSP calls this cadet class size above average and says they are already taking applications for the next group.